Okay, g'day everybody. Mike Irving here from Advanced Business Abilities, and the video today I want to talk about is the laws of exchange. So it's a pretty simple diagram. I'll explain it in a second. If we really look at your business is completely based upon exchange. You have a product or a service that you deliver to others, and in exchange for that you receive some reward. Now, the simple diagram that explains that is here. So here's you've got a product or service that you deliver, and for the purposes of the laws of exchange, that is your outflow. So you flow service or product to others who are looking for it, and obviously that's a key in business. You find those who are looking for your product or service. In exchange for that, you request a reward, which is your inflow. So very simple diagram that explains the laws of exchange. I'd like to look at some of the detail that goes into supporting the laws of exchange to work for you. So if we look at that detail, so what we have, again, here's you. So you have a product or service, which is your outflow. Now you'll see here that the first word I'll draw your attention to is self-esteem. The reason that's there is because when you deliver something, it could be as simple as a project you did at school. If you deliver something and you know that you've not done your best job, if you know that you've delivered something that's subpar, how do you feel about that? Pop your response in the comments below, because I'm interested to know. For the majority of people, they know that they've not done their best, so they don't actually feel very good about it. It actually affects self-esteem. When you deliver a service and you know it's your absolute best, then you feel really good about it. Self-esteem is your subjective opinion of your own worth. It's also a measurement of the good feeling that you have with yourself. So you know when you're delivering the best you possibly can, we put a deposit in the self-esteem bank account. Now, here's your customer, though, the person or the organization that's receiving your outflow of service. What they have is they're going to have a perception of value of what you've delivered to them. If you have kept your attention on your outflow of service, their perception of value is automatically going to be higher than if you had not delivered the best service you could. If their perception of value is high, then their willingness to pay the reward is going to be higher. And there's a note here, reward is to be asked for. You're never going to be paid more than what you ask for. So, you've kept your attention on your outflow of service, your self-esteem's good, your perception of value of your consumer is positive, their willingness to pay is great, so they willingly pay the reward that you've asked for, which makes another deposit in the self-esteem bank account. You can then find more customers to deliver that service to. Perception of value is high, willingness to pay is high, reward comes in, self-esteem goes up. It becomes a self-fulfilling motion that creates a platform that raises you up, and you'll get to a point where you're actually willing to ask for a greater level of reward. Now, let's have a look at what happens when you place your attention down here. So if you're focused on what's in it for me, if you're focused on, well, how much am I being paid to do this, then automatically there's a percentage of your attention that's not here. So therefore, automatically, the quality of your service is not as good as it could be. So as we discussed before, that actually withdraws from the self-esteem bank account. You know you're not doing the best you could. So if that happens, what happens to perception of value of the end user of your product or service? Their perception of value is not going to be as high as it would be. So their willingness to pay won't be as high as it would have been. In severe cases, what you'll have is you'll have people that don't want to pay you. You'll have people that complain about your price. They do not perceive that they're getting value. So when that happens, you get a stop on the inflow, and all of a sudden you're not feeling very good. There's another withdrawal on the self-esteem bank account. So that becomes a self-perpetuating motion that actually drags your platform down. Now, this is the reason that I strongly recommend that as much as possible, you measure statistics in your business that measure service delivery rather than measuring revenue and income. Now, I'm not saying don't measure revenue, don't measure income, because you're in business for a reason, but it's where you place your attention and where your intention lies that's going to determine the ease with which you get the laws of exchange working for you. If you do this well, and you simply ensure that they've actually kept their agreement and paid the reward that you've asked for, then this effortlessly continues to grow and flow more exchange to you, as long as you keep your attention here. So in the comments below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I will respond. Let me know what you think of the video. I would love to hear how you put this to work for you in your business. Thanks for taking the time to watch today. We'll talk to you in the next video. See ya.